What's going on, guys? I'm Steve, and welcome back to the channel where we talk about the joys of stock market investing and long-term dividend gain. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. And if you're a returning subscriber, guys, welcome back. Guys, I want to apologize for not being here, but I've been dealing with an upper respiratory infection, so a lot of coughing and such. But I wanted to wait a little bit till I was a little bit more verbal, I could speak better and be on camera and give you the best of what I can give you. So, a couple of days have passed and we had earnings. As usual, Google, Apple had good earnings, Amazon, what else? Intel, which I want to talk about Intel a little bit in this video. But in this video, guys, I want to talk specifically about something that's just been on my mind. And I've been watching TV. You see when you watch your earnings, you look at NBC and stuff like that. And those guys, they say a lot of good things, and they say a lot of things that you can tell they're just talking, to get the shows moving, or they have present subjects to keep the time going. And it occurred to me that most of these people on here, they're not really experts in anything. I don't even think they are experts. I mean, they're expert analysts, like in analyzing the stock and stuff like that. But I mean, as far as like, it's still like a crapshoot somewhat, not as far as the gamble, it's risk taken during these periods of investment. I mean, we all know and understand it, but it's like they don't know nothing no more different than us, besides the little things that they analyze of where they think the market's going to go. But in the end, it all comes to fruition that nobody knew what was going to happen. All right. And I mean, this is just something that's well known, so I don't want to drag into that. But the reason why I brought that up is like, I'm watching it and everybody's waiting for Apple's, earnings to come out. Earnings came out. They were good earnings, by the way. Hooting and hollering. Oh, Apple this and that. Apple this and that. Next thing you know, Amazon's earnings come out. They trash. Everybody like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Jumping off. I'm looking at what the stock's doing. Oh, they lost half of their value, or they lost this, they lost that. Bottom line is this, guys. Then we get the situation with Meta. Let me jump to Meta real quick. Then we got the situation with Meta. It comes out, oh, Mark Zuckerberg has 90% control of the company. He's not listening to the board members, and just all these talking points that they have of why, oh, he's putting all the money into Meta, and then all of a sudden, oh, the people don't have legs in Meta, and in Meta, only 200,000 people are using it, and they're supposed to be using this and that. But the bottom line is this: Facebook is the forefront of what Meta is. Now, yeah, they're putting billions of dollars into the metaverse because the man has a vision, and only he knows that vision. We don't. He had a vision with Facebook too. A lot of people didn't see where Facebook's going. Now I'm not saying I'm in defense of Mark Zuckerberg or anything like that, but I don't know the man. I don't know his plan. I know the man built a multi-billion-dollar social media network out of nothing, so he knows a little something more than me, But think about this. Every time you see that on TV, where they're making all of this negative news and all of this stuff, and they're like, oh man, this and that. Bottom line is this: on this channel, like in the beginning, I say, welcome to the channel where we talk about the joys of stock market investing. It's about the joys of stock market investing and long-term dividend gain. Building your dividends, building your future, moving on to retirement or whatever you want to do, or the reason for you holding these stocks in your portfolio. Whether it's just, to buy something in the future, or it's just, a comfort in life later on down the line when you don't have to work anymore. Somewhere to put your money and watch it grow. Long-term play, that's what the channel's about, right? All of a sudden, you're looking at these stocks, and people are saying crazy stuff, and I'm looking at some of the, on Yahoo Finance, I'm looking at some of the comments people are leaving, and they're trashing the stock, they're trashing CEOs, they're trashing this, and I'm like, wait a minute. somebody is putting this out here. You know, you're watching the same videos other people watching. And yeah, I mean, it's good to make a comment, but some people are so fanatical with it. And I'm like, these are the people right here that's going to take a big loss, or they don't even invest. And the reason why I bring that up, guys, and I know I've been rambling, I'm sorry, I've been off the camera for a while. Excuse me. Don't get caught running in place. And I'm dead serious about that. Do not get caught running in place. You can watch what you hear on TV or what you see on these, you know, channels where everybody gives their little bit of opinion and advice. But you can hear it, but don't listen to it. And like, I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Some of the stuff is worth listening to, but all of it's not worth believing. Look at this. Meta. Now they trash Meta. Oh, Mark Zuckerberg, this and that, this and that. A year ago today, it was $333 a share, right? What was it yesterday? Meta, $99.20. So if you invested in that right now, and I'm going to tell you, all of this stuff they're saying, in 3 months it can change. And all of a sudden it'd be the greatest thing since sliced bread. All these, Google. Oh, Google this. Google's a damn good stock. Oh, Google's earnings. Oh, we're worried. It's a search platform. Google is going to be okay. They all going to be okay. All of these. Google got a PE of 19. Last time I checked, right? What was Google yesterday? When it was $91 Thursday, when earnings weren't favorable. Yesterday it went all the way up to 96.29. Everybody went crazy. Oh, Google's earnings are not good, this and that. But somebody in the background is what? Buying. Either these companies got bots in place that are buying and making a stock go up. Because I mean, for a stock to go up $4 or $5, a share price, the share price to go up $4 or $5, it has to be millions of trades. You know, so understand that somebody's buying this while they on TV telling you don't buy it, or I wouldn't touch it right now. It's a little bit of risky to go back into stocks. And the reason why it's spurring me to do this video is because in my video the other day, I said, yeah, I'm thinking about, you know, investing more money into VOOG. Then I started thinking about it yesterday when I was looking at, I'm like, you know what? Let me sit around and wait a little bit near the end of the day and see what happens with these stocks. And boom, you know, it started getting me to think. I'm like, man, somebody's sitting up here and like, I mean, this is something that a lot of us know, but like I really caught it. A lot of people sit up here and they tell you, hey man, don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. The whole time you sitting there, somebody in the background like, bye. You know what I mean? And then you caught out there. It's just one of those things. Apple got a PE of 24 right now, right? Yeah, it's trading at what, $150 something, but it's coming off of a high. Right now, Apple's a good shot for me. You know, 24 PE. Stock is doing steady. Yeah, they talking about all the iPhone demands and all of this stuff, and man, please, man, please. They want the big iPhone, the Max. They don't want the smaller iPhone, the demand, but the demand is still there for the iPhone. Man, it'd be like so many little particulars in the market that people be like, oh. Like, it's not good enough that the company make money. They got to make money a certain way to make you feel good. Man, come on, man. Look, this is about long-term play if you into it. So the reason why I say, you know, and I hate to jump all over the place, guys, but the reason why I say hear what they say, but don't listen to what they say a lot of times is because they can be making a statement about a certain type of investment style that they have that you don't have. See, everybody doesn't think like a lot of people that watch this channel. You know, and a lot of people that watch this channel don't think like I do. And then I appreciate it because I can see it in the comments. You know, all this thing does is come down to your risk tolerance, man, with these stocks. Because, I mean, other than Amazon right now, right? I mean, because Amazon got a PE of 104. You know, and I'll wait for that to come down. But Amazon is still a good company. year to date, it's coming off of a high of $170 a share, right? Now, presently, I think it was like 103. I think these earnings, which all of these companies to be affected, guys, too. This is another thing. So I'm not telling anybody go out and buy this, because this is the tip of the iceberg. This is the first major wave of these quirky numbers coming in the earnings week. You know, with what's happening with the raised rates, inflation, and everything else. Remember, we're still in the 8s. We ain't even got down to 2% yet. So I mean, we got a long way to go. Your long-term play, guys, understand your risk tolerance. You know what I mean? Anybody can sit up here and talk till they blue in the face about what they're gonna do, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and only you know your risk tolerance, and you know when something comes up and it's ready for you to strike on it, you're gonna strike on it. But I'm gonna tell you something. Like people saying, oh, the market cap's going down on these companies. If the market cap going down, guess what else going down? The PE ratio. So if the PE ratio is going down, I mean, stuff is going to fall in your lap if you know how to read it right. Like, I make videos, like I own, I don't want to say a crap ton, you know, but I mean, I own a pretty significant share of Intel before I even started making videos on here. Got some information about ASML, and it's planned to have Intel start making, you know, what's that? I can't. It's not hitting me right now. But lithographics, lithographics. Given having Intel use the same lithographic machines where they make the chips, you know, ASML makes in where in that country they're at, over here in the States. They giving Intel two of those machines so they can start making chips. This was told a while ago. I made a couple of videos about it. You know, got all kind of flack from it. Oh man, Intel, I wouldn't mess with Intel. Year to date, man, Intel was $56.49. The dividend is high on Intel. It's like $100-something billion company. The PE ratio is 5. So for every $5 you invest, you get $1 back. Explain to me how that doesn't make sense. And it's a lot of news that goes into, you know, my decision to invest in it. And then on top of this, look, they cut their outlook earlier. This is why I caught slack from the video. And I mean, it's understandable because people, you know, they listen to the news and like just coming at me like, hey, did you hear about the news? They cut their end of year guidance, you know, and say they're not going to do too well with the chips, you know, because it's a chip shortage and they can't get the chips out and all this stuff. And then what happens? Yesterday, Intel blows up. All of a sudden, the guidance changes just that quick. Oh man, we're looking good for the rest of the year. Or we're looking good moving forward with the chips, and it's not as serious as we thought. And it's not. The stock take off, goes up 10%. Now everybody's like, oh man, Intel is this and Intel is that. And that's the thing I'm talking about. On TV yesterday, I'm looking at these people, they like, oh man, they talking like Intel is the greatest thing since sliced bread, dude. Now Google's bad, Amazon's worse, Meta's falling apart. Nobody even talks about Alibaba and the other stocks no more. You know, China's messing everything up. You know, it's just so much craziness going on. You will get stuck running in place. In fact, you'll be running in circles. I don't want to do this. I heard they said that. I don't want to do that over there. I don't want to. Guys, listen, you invest where you feel your risk tolerance is at. You know, if you want to buy in at a certain thing or you see a stock and you're like, you know what? Boom. 10 years from now or 5 years from now, I know the stock is not going to be $20 a share. I'm going to buy it and just sit and wait. And that's one of the things about being a long-term investor and investing for dividends and building your shares up. There always going to be some craziness in the news. It's going to be good earnings, bad earnings. It's going to be economic catastrophes and problems. You know what I mean? We can't steer clear of it. We're human beings. It's just how the world turns. You know, so it's like, guys, I mean, when you invest long term, just let it go. You brought in at a good time. The numbers was good. The P/E ratios was good. Earnings per share was good. You did your due diligence. You know, you studied on your stock and why you wanted to buy it. So when you hit that buy button, you don't even look back no more. You just watch it periodically to make sure ain't no scandals or nothing messing you up. But this is what the greats do. Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, they see the vision. They don't listen to the chatter. They know why they brought it. Know why you buy something. And when you know why you buy it, feel good about it. That's all I'm going to say, guys. I mean, I ain't going to drag in. I ain't been talking for a while, so my voice is feeling better. So you can tell I missed you. But anyway, guys, it's Saturday. We got another big week of earnings. I'll really be covering it this week, you know. And I appreciate you, as always, spending the time hearing my voice. And as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe. Trust me, you won't regret it. I love you guys. Have an awesome weekend. See you in the next video.